Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the heartbreaking book I read by Alison Ragsdale, and it's called The Child Between Us. Yes, heartbreaking. Yes, grab a box of tissues. Yes, keep it nearby. Also, block out a few hours of your time, because once you start reading this, you're not going to want to put it down. So let me tell you a little bit about our characters. We first have Cassie. Now, I just give you a little snippet. Cassie is about to become guardian to her little 5-year-old niece named Marina. So just keep that thought in mind. Now, other characters. One character who's not in the story at all affects the actions of another character. That other character would be Sadie, who is Cassie's mother. And the character that doesn't feature in this book is Russ, who was Sadie's husband or Cassie's father. Why am I telling you about that family dynamic? Because Russ passed away, and now Sadie is devastated at his loss to the point where Cassie really had to step up when it came to meeting her mother's needs. Now, in this book, whenever we refer to Cassie's mother, it's always Sadie. It's not mother or mom or anything. It's always Sadie. So those are our principal characters. But there's one character missing. That character is Isla. Isla was not at her father's funeral. Who is Isla? Well, Isla is Cassie's twin sister. Her other half. The other half of her heart. Well, why wasn't Isla at her own father's funeral? Well, one thing you're going to find out in this book is that there was a break in that family dynamic. And Isla has been gone for several years and hasn't been in touch with anybody. Not with Cassie and not with her parents. Nobody. So we fast forward to the fact that, as mentioned, Cassie becomes guardian to little Marina. Now, if Cassie's sister, twin sister, and only sibling was Isla, then we know something happened to Isla. Okay? Meanwhile, while Cassie is dealing with the sudden change in her circumstances on a twofold basis at this point, one is beyond being emotionally wrought about having not seen her twin for quite some time, and and that's one thing. Her twin's sudden death is now she is about to become mother to her little niece. As if that's not enough for Isla to deal with, and remember, she's also dealing with the emotional chaos that her mother is in right now. Is Cassie is experiencing stomach pains. Maybe it's just stress at work. Is that all it is? And how does that factor into the story? Now, that gives you I hope, enough of a framework for what's going to happen in this book. So it's hard to say anything more because I don't want to give you any spoilers. But one thing I'll say for sure is that this book really will tug at your heartstrings. You're going to wish that you could reach out and give Cassie a warm, gentle hug, a hug that will tell her that everything will be all right. And you wish you had the ability to tell her everything would be all right. And then you have the fact that you not only feel for Cassie and of course little Marina. Oh my gosh, I get chills when I think of some of the dialogue that happened around Marina. And I'm telling you, I really can't say much more. So this is going to be a very short book review, because anything more other than to compliment our author Alison Ragsdale on writing such an amazing book, one that definitely had me bawling. I can't say much more than that. Now, I am clicking her name on Goodreads because I have read other books by her and they were equally as good. Someone Else's Child, looks like I read that one. She's got a lot of books on Goodreads here, so I would like to read more by her. Looks like I read, Her Last Chance. So I only read 2 of her books. And then this one here, The Child Between Us. So let me tell you, I know I didn't tell you much about the story beyond the fact that Isla and Cassie hadn't seen each other. Now Cassie is the guardian of Marina, and the emotional grief that her mother is experiencing over the loss of their father. And then what pulls everything together in this story beyond the fact that you just cannot help but feel. So yeah, this is a book that makes you feel. I can't say much more. I don't want to. I want you to read this book. Can you read it? Of course you can. You can get it at your Kindle store for $3.99. And I'm checking now to see if you can get this with a Kindle Unlimited subscription, which you can. So either you can purchase the book or you can use Kindle Unlimited. But either way, please read this book by Alison Ragsdale. It's a very good read, almost cathartic in the emotions that it pulls out of you. Alrighty, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.